According to Social Security Administration data, the majority of Americans claim their Social Security benefits as early as possible, and a significant number of them, looking back years later, say it was the decision they most wish they had made differently. Today, I want to show you exactly why and what the numbers actually look like when you run them forward. This channel is about making the retirement system clear, the numbers, the rules, the decisions that actually matter, explained simply so you can make the best choices for your situation. I'm Calera, and I'm glad you're here. In today's video, I want to show you three things. First, what the real data shows about when most people claim and what it costs them over time. Second, the break-even calculation that changes how most people think about this decision. And third, the one scenario where claiming early actually makes more financial sense than waiting. Most content on this topic gets that third part wrong. Stay with me for it. Let's take a look. Why this decision matters more than most people realize. Let me start with the basics, because I think the numbers are clearer when you see them together. Social Security gives you a choice. You can start claiming as early as age 62, or you can wait up until age 70. Every year you wait, your monthly benefit increases by roughly 6 to 8%. So the decision is essentially this: take a smaller amount sooner or a larger amount later. Most people, when they hear it described simply like that, say, well, it depends on how long I live. And they are right. That is exactly what it depends on. But here's what gets missed. That decision, made once, often quickly, sometimes under financial pressure, locks in your monthly benefit for the rest of your life. And for most Americans, Social Security is the single largest guaranteed income source they will ever have in retirement. Which means getting it right matters more than almost any other financial decision in retirement. And yet, most people make it without running the numbers forward. Part 1. What the real data shows. Let me show you what Social Security Administration data tells us about when people actually claim. Historically, roughly 35 to 40% of Americans claim their Social Security benefit at exactly age 62, the earliest possible moment. When you add those who claim between 62 and 65, the number rises significantly. The majority of Americans never wait past their mid-60s. And when researchers and financial planners have surveyed retirees about their Social Security decisions, a consistent finding emerges. Among those who claimed early, a significant portion, studies have put it at roughly 60 to 70%, say they wish they had waited longer. Not all of them, but a clear majority. Why? Let me show you with a real example. Take someone named David. He's 62, lives in North Carolina. David's full retirement age, the age at which he receives 100% of his benefit, is 67. If he claims at 62, his monthly benefit is $1,450. If he waits until 67, his monthly benefit is $2,050. If he waits until 70, his monthly benefit is $2,546. The difference between claiming at 62 and claiming at 70 is over $1,100 a month, every month, for the rest of his life. Over 20 years, which is a reasonable life expectancy for someone in reasonable health at 62, that gap totals over $265,000 in cumulative benefits. David did not see it that way at 62. He needed the income. The decision felt straightforward. Looking back at 75, with his health still good and his costs rising, the $265,000 difference looks very different. Part 2. The break-even calculation. Now, I want to show you the calculation that most people wish they had done before they claimed. It is called the break-even calculation, and it is simpler than it sounds. The break-even point is the age at which the total cumulative benefits from waiting overtake the total cumulative benefits from claiming early. Here's how it works for David. If David claims at 62, he receives $1,450 per month from age 62 onwards. If David waits until 67, he receives nothing for 5 years, then $2,050 per month. By age 62, David has collected $0 by waiting versus $87,000 by claiming early, 5 years times 12 months times $1,450. Break-even point, approximately age 78 to 79. After age 79, David is ahead by waiting, by a growing amount every month for the rest of his life. If David lives past 79, and the average life expectancy for a 62-year-old American is currently around 83 to 84, waiting will have been the better financial decision. Now, let me also show you the other side, because this is where it gets important. Take someone named Gloria. She's 62, also in North Carolina. Gloria has a serious health condition. Her doctor has told her her life expectancy is likely 73 to 75. For Gloria, the break-even calculation looks completely different. If she waits until 67, she will only receive benefits for 6 to 8 years before she passes. If she claims at 62, she receives 11 to 13 years of benefits. For Gloria, claiming early is the right financial decision. I want to say something clearly here. This is not one size fits all. Gloria's situation is real, and her decision is mathematically sound. The problem is that not only that people claim early, the problem is that most people make this decision without running the numbers for their specific situation. David did not know his break-even age was 78. Gloria would know, and she would make a different, equally correct decision. The third scenario. The third thing. The scenario I said most content gets wrong. Most people assume that if you have enough savings, if you have a 401k or IRA you could draw from, you should always wait to claim Social Security. Let the savings cover you while your SS benefit grows. And often, that is a sound strategy. But there is one specific situation where it can actually backfire. It is called the tax torpedo, and it happens when your required minimum distributions from your retirement accounts, which begin at age 73, push your total income high enough that a significant portion of your Social Security benefit becomes taxable. Up to 85% of your Social Security benefit can become subject to federal income tax, depending on your total income in retirement. Take someone named Harold. He's 68, lives in Virginia. He waited until 70 to claim Social Security, benefit of $2,800 per month. At 73, his RMDs from a $600,000 IRA begin, about $22,000 per year. His combined income now causes 85% of his Social Security benefit to become taxable. He's effectively paying income tax on money he worked decades to earn. Harold is not careless. Harold is intelligent and financially responsible. This is a complexity built into the tax code that most retirement content and many financial professionals do not explain clearly enough in advance. The right SS claiming strategy depends not just on your health and your income needs, but on your total retirement account situation, your tax picture, and when your RMDs will begin. That is the full picture, and that is why this decision deserves more than a quick calculation. Let me bring this together. The data shows that most people who claim Social Security early later wish they had waited. That is real, and it is worth taking seriously. But the answer is not simply always wait. It is make this decision with your full picture in front of you. 3 things to take from today. Calculate your break-even age. It takes about 10 minutes with a piece of paper. That number alone changes how most people see this decision. Understand your health picture honestly. The break-even calculation is only useful if you apply it to your real life expectancy, not a generic average. Look at your RMD situation before you finalize your claiming age. If you have significant tax-deferred retirement savings, how and when you claim Social Security affects your tax bill more than most people realize. This is worth a conversation with a qualified tax professional before age 70. This is one of the most important financial decisions of your retirement. You deserve to make it with clear information, and that is exactly what this channel is here for. You have more options than you think. Before you go, one question. Have you already claimed your Social Security benefit, or are you still deciding when to claim? Tell me in the comments. And if you have already claimed, do you feel, looking back, that the timing was right for your situation? I read every comment on this channel. Your answers genuinely shape what I cover next. If this video gave you something to think about, please share it with someone you know who is approaching this decision. A lot of people make it quickly without all the information. You might change that for someone. And if you are not subscribed yet, I would love to have you here. New videos every week, all focused on making the retirement system clear and simple. Thank you for spending this time with me. I will see you in the next one.